Hello and welcome to the Shaken Up Show. I'm Sanny and I'm joined by Bury AFC's midfield maestro. It's Nathan Valentine. Hello, Nathan.
Hey, mate, how are we? You all right?
I'm all right. Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day. I know you must get that pretty much, every year?
Only for 27 years now, but yeah, I tell you what, it's a bit of a mad one today, but there's a few perks of being called Valentine, but this is definitely not one of them.
So you've been at the club for not too long, really. You joined in December, right?
Yeah. I think it was back in November, December time, mate. Yeah. So I've had a chance to get my feet under the table now a little bit.
And you came from Matlock, and I've written down your footballing career, so you can stop me if Google gets it wrong. So started at Wakefield, had a stint at Harrogate. You've played at Radcliffe, Frickley, won promotion to the Northern Premier League at Scarborough, where they loved you. Then you went to Stalybridge, and then had a loan at Matlock that became you signed for Matlock, and then you became a bit of a heartbreaker and left them for Bury AFC. So I'll ask you about that, because when I did my Googling, quite near the top of the search was an interview you did with Matlock Town, and it was in about August.
Yeah.
How delighted you were to sign for them, and then you've jilted them.
Yeah, just I'm sure we'll come on to it later on, but yeah, just one of them things, unfortunately, football that didn't quite work out as you would plan.
Okay, well, so first thing we got to ask you is, well, from that, how did the move to Bury come about?
It was not long, to be fair, after I left Matlock. The gaffer sent me a message, and then we just had a bit of dialogue to and from. For me, mate, it was just a case of going back and enjoying it. You know, when you stop enjoying your football, it's a bit of a weird one, really. When you don't have that urge to want to go and like get up and play, that's very much what happened. And then I wanted to go somewhere, mate, which was going to get me excited again. Do you know what I mean? You mentioned Scarborough then, and me having a number. That's probably my best time I've had at a football club. Absolutely loved it there. And yeah, for me, it's just about getting back involved and enjoying again. The gaffer spoke to me. He invited us down to training a few times, so I got familiar with the lads and whatnot, and just found that the lads are great. It's a really, really good dressing room, and immediately when I got there, mate, I enjoyed it. The training was very, very good, and the crack and that was everything was decent as well.
Cool. And another club I didn't mention there was AFC Liverpool. So you've played for quite a few fan-run teams. What's been your experience of playing for teams run by the fans and with a different sort of ethos to normal non-league sides and football sides?
That's a good question, to be fair. I always like to go somewhere, mate, which is part of the project. You mentioned there's been a couple of clubs, and that's just down to going to university, coming back home, and the life as a non-league footballer, you've got many other things to consider before you sign somewhere. But certainly with regards to fan-owned clubs, I just find there's like more passion. There's passion at every club, but I love being part of projects, let's say, and AFC Liverpool, obviously, I really enjoyed my time there. It was very different. Scousers are a bit of a different kettle of fish, mate, to Yorkshire clubs and certainly Manchester clubs. But yeah, I enjoyed it there. And then obviously Scarborough was, I think the one thing that you get, mate, with fans is the passion and everything that goes with that. The fans literally kick every ball, tackle every player, and score every goal with you, mate. So, and it's just part of that enjoyment.
Yeah, and of course, we've only had a limited number of games and a limited number of fans, but it goes without saying you must be looking forward to that day when we can all get back into a ground, whenever it might be, and we all actually managed to get there. It's been so long now.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I mean, just when you go and play for a club like Bury and Scarborough, they're very much anomalies at non-league. So the one thing that I loved at Scarborough was playing for 2,000 fans every week. You can't have an off game because of that pressure, but I do feel like I thrive under that, and certainly that's when I've enjoyed my football most when I'm playing in front of these types of crowds.
Yeah, I know Scarborough pretty well from a podcast series we made out of our league, and we went to speak to Scarborough. They have some very interesting fans, and they're pretty enthusiastic. They really get into it, don't they? You must have some stories from away games, I'm guessing, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know what it is? I've played against Scarborough, and I've played for them, and believe me, you'd rather have the fans on your side, mate, as opposed to against you.
Yeah, well, I remember one game I saw them at was Hyde United away, and one of them brought a flare and chucked it
Yeah,
onto the side of the pitch. It was a plastic
awesome.
pitch. I think they
That's
got the
it.
bill in the end. But yeah, and if they caught the person who did it, I don't know. So outside of football, you've had a one small similarity to me. It's not the male modelling, so I will come on to that, but the teaching side, because you are a PE teacher, or you were a PE teacher. Now you're the director or the head of the academy, the Pro Direct Academy. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it is. Yeah.
So how did you find the teaching side of things? You know, going into the
Oh,
school and that sort of it.
do you know what it is? I absolutely love teaching. Love teaching. It's to go somewhere and really make a genuine impact. And it might only just be on one student, for example, but to go and make a really positive impact is something that I've always flourished on, really. Stepped outside of teaching just for a couple of reasons, really. I was offered this role that I'm in now as, head of academy at Pro Direct. It's a football and education program for 16 to 18-year-olds with the aim of getting the lads into full-time football. But if not, then they can also leave Pro Direct in pathways of education, so they can go to university and whatever they might do. But I just find that lads who are in academies, they get released from academies, they drop down to non-league and they can't necessarily cope with the physicality with it. So for that reason, they come out of the playing academy till they're 16, 17, drop out, and they're a bit lost. So to be able to provide aspiring players and students with opportunities across both segments of the program is brilliant, mate.
Where do you think it's going wrong then from the academy side of things? What if these players are coming through and then they're not getting that opportunity, and you're picking up the pieces? What needs to change within football?
I'll tell you what it is. My experience of teaching, I did my teacher training at a school called Corpus Christi in Leeds, and that was very, very rugby league orientated. And the way that they do it there is that you have to get your education first, and then it's rugby second. So they're very much liaise with the school more so than I would feel that football academies do. But again, the rewards there for players in full-time football is unbelievable, isn't it? Really. But I do think there needs to be a bit more, far more opportunities. I know clubs do offer a BTEC of sorts or a qualification of sorts, but it never really amounts to anything. But like I said, being able to provide lads with that opportunity at Pro Direct is brilliant, mate. It's brilliant.
And those lads you work with must hear about success stories and really try and aspire to those. Thinking of one player in particular, Quado Bar, who's at Rochdale now. He ended up being released from a club, going through a similar sort of system, and they realised he was too good for them. Ended up at Rochdale, and now Man City are after him. I suppose that sort of story's the dream scenario you're after with your boys, right?
Yeah, I mean, Manchester Pro Direct in Manchester is its first year this year, but we've got 21 sites across the UK. We're open and we're branching out up north now, as it was quite southern dominated. But there's been success stories right the way through. I think they've managed to get another 25 players into full-time football, which is brilliant. And there's a couple of starlets at Manchester. I won't mention any names because they'll probably get a little bit too big time. But yeah, we've certainly got some starlets there. And speaking of role models and everything for them, on my staff, I've got Carlton Reid, who used to play for Halifax Town. I've got Dominic McHale, who plays at Telford now. He was at Manchester City when he's 16, 17, and then got released. So having the staff that I've got that I've been able to employ as part of Pro Direct Manchester is really, really valuable for the lads, certainly with regards to the football and the education.
Well, that's great. Yeah. For Bury fans, we're used to football league football, for want of a better term. But I think all of us have been quite impressed and refreshed from what we've seen in non-league. As far as your own footballing career's gone, could you ever have played any higher? I know you've dropped down a few divisions to play for Bury AFC in the first place.
Yeah, again, I think I had the opportunity almost to go to New York. I had an agent at the time. That's another story in itself. But I've had opportunities. But do you know what it is for me? and I tell this to my scholars at Pro Direct, is that, you know, in terms of an income, you can earn more playing football part-time and having a solid profession than you can do playing in the Conference North, Conference League Two, and, you know, sometimes even League One. So football's not the be-all and end-all from that point of view. But I love teaching. I love my job, as you can probably tell. So yeah, I don't think I probably would have.
What happened with the agent, if you mind us asking?
It was a bit of a bad egg. I got stung a little bit. So if there's any young aspiring footballers, certainly non-league, that are looking to get agents, just be a little bit careful about it. You know, some trying to get money and things like that. Sometimes it's not all what it's cracked up to be. If you're good enough, you'll certainly get picked up somewhere along the line.
Yeah, I guess the idea was they promise you the earth and maybe don't quite deliver.
Yeah. Promise you the earth. Obviously, when you're young and you're an aspiring footballer, I think I was 22, 23 at the time. I'd had an abundance of non-league experience, so to speak. So I had a few clubs sniffing, and wanted to find out more. And yeah, I just didn't quite deliver. Got my hopes up, knocked down. Hopes up, knocked down. That was in my first season at Scarborough, when probably one of my best seasons that I've had. And it does distract you and take you away from where you're at and what you're doing. But again, this is the reason why I'm thankful that I've gone out and I've been able to get my teaching qualifications and everything, so I can pursue both at one time.
Yeah, well, you've got another string to your bow as well as a male model, right?
Yeah.
So how did that one come about? Was that another agent?
No. I used to play with a lad at Scarborough called Leon Scott. Massive on Instagram, and I tell you what, he's a terrific lad as well. He's a great lad, and I was approached once or twice, and I never really thought I'd see myself doing it. Then the opportunity came again. I went, hey, do you know what it is? Let's just try it. Let's try it out. What's the worst that could happen? Leon pushed me into it. I had a couple of phone calls with us, and yeah, the first time I had a camera put in my face, it was I didn't know what to do. But your confidence soon grows of it and things like that. And yeah, it's something that I do on the side, which, you know, it's not like work. It's really not. I've met some really, really good people in it. So yeah, I enjoy it.
Now, my next question's got to be, you know, what sort of stick do you get from the players and then from the teaching side of things as well?
Yeah, I tell you what it is. It's obviously not two professions which are probably linking with each other. So I was teaching at Tadcaster, Taddy Grammar School, and I don't know how one of the kids must have searched on Google or something or whatever. Year 11s being year 11s and all that. I think it was on the day that they was leaving, actually, and one of them had like printed out like one of my photos from like one of my shoots and that, and was like, "Oh, sir, can you sign it for us?" I honestly thought it was like a get out a lesson early card or something. I was like, opened it up and I went, "Oh," I was like, "You've got to be kidding me!" So I pass it in, so I signed it, and off he went. It was quite comical, actually.
Do you get any free clobber?
Yeah, sometimes it's a perk of the job. But yeah, not all the time.
Obviously, as you can see, I've got my own, you know, modelling line going on here with my random.
I said it to you before, but I'll say it again. You need a license for that, don't you? It's blinding. I go into.
I need to get a different array of shirts here. I've run out.
You should have pre-warned me before, mate. I'd have come in with my Ray-Bans on.
Anyway, you were talking about your free gear.
Yeah. Sometimes, but like you said about getting stick in that. When I first started doing it, and you know, it's all good cracking that in the changing rooms and that, but I did get a little bit of stick from my pals and whatnot, and it was just one of them things that you laugh about it at the time, and they do take the mick, but they're the first ones asking for free clothes when they come out.
There you go. Now, it is Valentine's Day, special day in the calendar for all card companies, chocolate companies, florists especially. What are your plans for Valentine's Day? Nathan Valentine, I should add.
Speaking of florists and things like that, I've got arrangement lined up for a lucky lady anyway.
Oh, really? Well,
yeah. She's going to be watching me.
We'll find out. We'll see what she knows. We'll have to find out and see if she can let us know in the comments if you were pulling a leg.
Yeah, she might do. Yeah.
Any Valentine's Day disasters for you? I mean, I can think of my own fair share, but this show isn't about me.
A few day disasters, I'd say, but not necessarily Valentine. You know what it is? I've always been the type to be in a relationship. You know what I mean? I'm a relationship sort of guy. Me. But I won't say any Valentine's Day disasters. Maybe just getting a lot of stick from kids at school and that when you've heard it for the 95th time. Oh, so it's Valentine's Day. Shock.
Yeah. Have you had any original ones? Because when I was a teacher, I've said it before. My son was 12 letters long, Rudravagula. The best one I ever had was rubber spatula. I thought that was pretty good. That was very original. But you're right. All the kids think of you're the first kids that ever mentioned Valentine's ever. Have you ever had any good ones?
Oh God. Do you know what it is? Like nothing that rings. It's a bit rubbish like Valentine's Day, isn't it? Oh. Yeah, maybe actually. I was doing my teacher training once, and again, someone had gone and printed off like these pictures of us, like we were playing football, and like I don't know who it was. Probably so. To be honest, it was probably one of my mate John. Actually, he's a maths teacher at Taddy, and there was like pictures and that at Tadcaster of like me playing football and that saying like Mr. Valentine and all of it. It's horrible though, but obviously I had to stamp that out as soon as that happened.
Oh, well, going back to the football side of things, what we not many of us have seen you play too much. You played a couple of friendlies, had a couple of games. What sort of player are you?
A box-to-box left right back striker or something. A bit of everything, mate. To be fair,
that's what Jimmy Moore said. He's played in every position by now, apart from up front.
Yeah, I love being box-to-box, mate. I love being about it. I'm probably not the most technically gifted, so to speak. But what I will do, mate, is I will bust the gut and get in the box and score my goals in the 6 yard within the 6 yard box. I love an header. I love a tackle and just love to get stuck in, which you've probably seen in the time that I've been at Bury.
And how have you kept yourself fit over lockdown?
Thankfully, there's a gym which is downstairs in my apartment block. So they've called it a workout area, something like that, as a bit of a loophole and whatnot. So I think there's only me that uses it, to be fair. So I've had that to keep us ticking over. So thankfully, I've not missed out on too much. But there has been days when it's hard to like get yourself up and go for a run and things like that. But you certainly feel better after it.
Yeah, and does the workouts you're doing? Are you thinking more on the football side or the modelling side?
It's hard sometimes to establish that balance, I remember at Scarborough when I was drilling the gym, like really, really drilling it. And yeah, they were saying I was getting like too big and that. I mean, my legs aren't the biggest anyway. So I look like that, like two little pepper harvest or something, and like me top half. But I try to moderate it. So you've got to fluctuate it between like, so when the footy season hopefully picks back up soon, I'll certainly be implementing some more cardio in there.
And have you done any like stunts work, for want of a better term? I think some models who are footballers can end up, body doubling for anyone in like adverts and stuff. You done anything like that at all?
No, but that sounds like a good idea. I'll certainly be getting hold of my agency. Actually, let me make a note.
Well, there you go. I mean, a 10% commission, please.
Yeah.
I'll have a little bit of that. Well, I think I hope we're really all looking forward to seeing you play again. And yeah, we're really looking forward to it. I think probably it's time for a bit of a quiz. What do you reckon?
Yeah, man. Let's do it. Let's test me knowledge.
Right. So I've gone with I had to go with a Valentine's Day themed quiz here. Right. So you got your pen and paper. So boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen at home, you got a moment to grab yourself a pen and a paper. I'm going to try my best to actually keep score this week, which I keep just not using the pen and paper in my hand. But are you ready? Are you ready, Nathan Valentine? Okay. Yeah. Question number 1. Which former Premier League winner, goalkeeper, could be gifted a lot on Valentine's Day?
Bloody hell.
So it's a play on words. He's a Premier League winner and a goalkeeper.
Oh, Joe Hart.
No, but you gotta write it down.
Oh, sorry, I might just give it away. Oh. Honestly, mate, I'm a auditory learner, mate. I probably should have heard this before.
Okay. Which Brazilian striker would fit into a Valentine's Day theme? Two-time winner of the Copa America.
Oh. Bloody hell. Can you repeat question?
Yeah.
I don't want to be the only one with that.
I know I maybe should have made it a bit easier at the start. I don't know. Right. It's a footballer. He's Brazilian.
Yeah.
And his name would fit into a Valentine's Day theme. He's won the Copa America twice, but that doesn't really help. I think he spent a lot of time playing in Eastern Europe.
Oh, wow. Oh, mate. Am I allowed to pass or?
Yeah, you can pass.
All right, okay. I'll leave that back. It'll come back to me, I'm sure.
Okay. Which footballer famously celebrates goals by making a heart symbol?
Oh, I know it. I can't say it out, can I? I know it. Or do I have to say it out?
Now you go right down.
All right, okay. Yeah.
We'll go through the answers at the end. I probably should have explained it.
Yeah.
All right. Question 4. In Euro 2008, France lost 2-0 to Italy. But what romantic gesture did manager Raymond Domenech do in the press conference at the end of the game?
Wow. I definitely should have done my research on this.
I mean, I'm not sure how you would have researched that, but have a stab in the dark. I mean, it's just a guess for that one. So it's something to do with it's something to do with Valentine's Day. It's a romantic gesture. What could he have possibly done?
I'm gonna pick what I would have done in this case, and hopefully me in my line.
All right, question 5. For Bury fans, Valentine's Day is also known as Paul Butler Day because Bury beat a local side. And Paul Butler scored the winner. What team did they beat? So, question 6. I couldn't read my own handwriting then on that one. What is the most commonly heard chant whenever somebody proposes to someone at the football?
Oh, I mean, I won't be proposing to someone.
What's the most likely chant that the fans might sing?
But hold up. Are we on 6 or 7 here? Because I've got 7.
This is 6.
What is it? Oh, yeah. That's it.
Because you passed one.
I did, yeah. Yeah.
All right. Question 7. What became part of the French internationals Laurent Blanc and Fabien Barthez's pre-match routine? That would fit into Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I think I might have. I'm hazarding a guess on this. Yep.
Which former Premier League footballer led a double life with another woman he was having an affair with, where he pretended that he was a used car salesman?
Savage.
So he had a double life, and with his other, the person he was having an affair with, he said he wasn't a footballer, but he was a used car salesman.
Did she not do a CRB checking him?
Right, question 9. Man United fans who maybe want to get romantic pair of Man United gold club earrings can do so. How much are a pair of those earrings?
I wouldn't get them.
What would you ever guess? A pair of gold Man United club earrings. All right, and question 10. Which former AC Milan owner and Italian president or prime minister was infamous for his bunga bunga parties?
Oh. Well, these are tough. Yeah, I wouldn't make it past the £1,000 stage and who wants to be a millionaire, would I?
Right, you ready for some answers?
Yeah, let's do some answers, mate.
All right. Question 1. What did you go with?
Joe Hart.
Tim Flowers.
Oh, what?
Well,
You could have had Joe Hart, though.
Well, yeah. Do you give you Hart? Yes, but go on. Do you know what? I'll give you Joe Hart.
I'm going to
You can
get a
have Joe
point for
Hart.
that.
Yeah, you can have a point for Joe Hart. I'm feeling
so
generous.
boy. Love that.
Question 2. Brazilian striker. You left it blank.
Shooting blanks, mate. Yeah.
Wagner Love.
Oh man. Edit that out.
Right. Question 3. Which player celebrates with a heart celebration?
Is it Gareth Bale?
It is Gareth Bale. Yes.
Yes.
He's on 2. Question 4. Raymond Domenech. What did he do in the press conference?
I said, what would I do? And I said, I'd give some roses out.
No, he proposed to his girlfriend.
Yeah. Well, there's certainly be a lot of people there to capture that moment. I'm all for that. Fair play to him.
Question 5. Paul Butler Day. Who did he score against?
I put Oxford, me.
Local side. Man City.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God.
I've mentioned that, I think, in nearly every single show now.
Man.
Still on 2. Question 6. Most common chant at the football if somebody proposed to somebody half time?
I put time to go, me.
You don't know what you're doing.
Oh, yeah. Time to go. I mean, it depends what context. If someone just accepted that they marry me, I won't be staying there. I won't be going straight back up.
I think I've heard it twice at Gig Lane, and both times about you don't know what you're doing.
That's scandalous. He brings it on himself for doing that. He must have.
I know. Well, I mean, if your partner's going to come all the way to watch Berry play at Gig Lane in the first place, they're really in for it there. They must really love you. So probably didn't work the chant. Anyway, Fabien Barthez and Laurent Blanc. What was their part of their pre-match routine?
They start giving each other kisses.
Yeah, they did. Well, I'll give you that. Laurent Blanc used to kiss Fabien Barthez's bald head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Right. So he's on 3. Which Premier League footballer had a double life as a used car salesman, or at least said he did? Said he was a used car salesman.
This genuinely did slip my mind. I put John Terry, but he won't be.
That's a good guess. Yeah, good attempts. I mean, I don't think he even pretends, does he? He just does what he wants. Anyway, Colo Torre.
No.
Yeah, Colo Torre. Google it. Yeah.
Colo Torre.
He had an affair with a student in Manchester and pretended he was a used car salesman. And all her mates were saying, "No, look, he's a professional footballer." She refused to believe him. Then she saw him on the TV. It was like, there he is.
Oh my days, that's so funny. That is so funny.
Question 9. Man United gold club earrings. What'd you go with?
$4.99.
$4.99. $59.99 more like. Yeah.
Still paying David Moyes off. That's probably why.
And number 10, infamous for his bunga bunga parties, former AC Milan and Italian Prime Minister.
I don't know. I left that shot of blank on that.
Oh, it's one of you'll even know it. You don't. It's Silvio Berlusconi.
Silvio Lewandowski.
Silvio Berlusconi. Google him. He's an interesting man.
Well, some research to do after. You set me a little research task here. 3, 4. Take 4. 40%. That got 40% was what got me through my first year at uni. So I'll take that.
Well, there we go. So it's been a pleasure having a chat to you. Best of luck with the rest of your Valentine's Day plans. Have you got a message for all the Shakers, all the Bury AFC fans out there?
Oh, it depends if they can speak Spanish or not. And I know I'm going to get it in. I'll tell you what, if it goes up to the missus there, yo también te extraño, mi amor.
Oh, that's very nice. I can speak Spanish well, so I know you said that.
Oh boy, yes you can.
Very good. So
I've been
are you a
learning.
Spanish speaker? I didn't even ask you about this.
Spanglish is what I am. I'm learning, but
Wait, hang on a minute. Are you learning, or are you just learning like key phrases that can be used on a night out, like "Yo también te extraño, mi amor"?
Literally, I'm learning. I can wish everyone a good night, everyone. Yeah, so I can do that. But no, obviously, I love Valentine's Day, mate. It's good to see so much positivity and social media, and I'm sure everyone will have a lovely day in the circumstances and that. So there'll be a lot of November. There'll be a lot of things happening in November if we time it right, surely.
Well, I think you need to start commercializing this. You know, you've got a real opportunity here. You know, you've said that other people are making cards with your face on them. Maybe you need to, get out there and do it yourself. Maybe we need some Berry AFC branded Nathan Valentine Valentine's Day cards. Don't know what you think about that.
I'll leave that to you, but
Well, let's see how it goes. Well, I know the commercial department will be watching, so they can let us know about that. But anyway, Nathan Valentine, it's been a real pleasure having a chat with you. Best luck with the rest of your Valentine's Day, and yeah, we hope to see you on the pitch very soon.
I do as well. Touch. Thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure.
No worries. See ya.
See you soon. Bye, mate.